here we go. This is pragmatism at the highest level.
Everybody has said, wild to be here. I still can't believe I'm here. I told my wife I've been watching a reality TV show for a while, so all you guys that have been in the videos, I know everything about you. Nick plays a harmonica, all this different stuff, right? I mean, I say all this stuff, and then I get an invite to be in an episode. It was wild. So the only thing that I've still been trying to debate is Paul really taller or shorter than the videos? I can't tell that one. I think you're shorter than in the videos. You look shorter. Yeah, I don't know. So I heard him, man.
I wanted to be taller.
That's right. Two. Yeah, that's right. Kind of two parallel paths going. Back in 2006, the company that I worked for sent me to Lean Six Sigma Black Belt training. I went off, got a bunch of training, and eventually got certified, and then went and got a bunch more training and became a master black belt and took all sorts of classes and had a bunch of stuff in my head, but I didn't really per se have the heart or the passion that comes with what you guys have all been talking about. And worked lean projects, whether it was span reduction or transactional projects or whatever it may be. I worked a whole bunch of different projects, but I never really had the passion that came along with it. Then kind of the separate parallel path there was my wife and I had always wanted to have a farm. So we went and bought 30 acres. To some people they go, that's huge, and other people, if you're from Texas, that's like the size of your front yard, right? So we bought an old farm. It had some crummy fencing on it, and it had some fallen down buildings, and we started off with 3 chickens. And within about a year and a half to 2 years, we went from having chickens to cows and pigs and goats and just a ton of stuff. And we were having a good time with it. To be honest, it overwhelmed us really quick. It was just me and my wife. I had a full-time job. I was still working. She was homeschooling our kids, and she was basically trying to run the farm by herself. And it was not fun anymore, and it became a burden. And farmers do not get a vacation. It's not something you go do something 9 to 5. It's a 24/7 job on the weekend. So if you're not having a good time, you're a pretty miserable person all the time if you're a farmer, okay? So when that happened, Nancy sitting in the back here, I've worked with Nancy for a long time. She discovered Paul first, and then she sent a video to me of Paul, and so I figured out who Paul was. And then I read the book, and I really enjoyed the book, but it was the videos that really did it for me, as far as really opening my eyes to seeing waste. And that's when I became more passionate about it. So I started just goofing around, having a good time, making some videos, and really kind of thinking about it on our farm. Hello, I'm Thomas Reiner, and welcome to another short clip of Farming Outside the Box. Today we're going to talk about simple improvements. And if it's not simple, it's probably not a good improvement. And one of the things that we have to do here on the farm is we come down and we feed the pigs. We feed them twice a day, and they have to do that just to kind of keep them happy. And one of the things we always discovered when we got down here was something had happened to our electric fence. So we have the electric fence running around this pen, and then they can get out and go free range this way, and this pen is used to train the pigs on the electric fence. But they're always getting in there and knocking down something or tearing something up. They're the most destructive creature on the farm. And then I was always finding myself having to turn around and walk all the way back up, way past the house up there to the shop, and get a pair of pliers or a hoe or a shovel, and then walk all the way back down here and fix the fence. So the simple improvement was we just brought the tools to where they were needed. I don't have a shadow board, but each tool has its place. We got the shovel, got a stick, got a hoe, got a hammer, because you always need a hammer doing stuff, got a saw, and then there's a pair of pliers down there that kind of blend in with the side, and then I even have my mask because I don't like breathing in that dust. And so that saves us a ton of time now on the farm. Something happens down here, we just go straight to the point of use, get our tool, use it, and put it right back where it goes. It's also easy to see if something's missing, and we know that one of our tools isn't where it's supposed to be. And so you would look at that and say, boy, that's pretty simple, what's the big deal about that? And I guess that's my point of this video is, if it's not simple, then it's not a big deal. When folks look at an improvement and they go, boy, that was really simple, then it was a good improvement. If they look at it and think it's complicated, then it's not a good improvement. So if you're going to make an improvement, make sure it's a simple improvement. All right, so thanks for watching another short clip of farming. So that's one of the things we started doing on the farm was there's kind of two pieces, or you'll hear folks say there's two pieces to lean, right? It's seeing the waste and continuously making things better. And then the other part of it, I'll show you another video in a minute, is you talk about respect for employees. And so we kind of look at that a little bit different on the farm because we look at it as our animals work for us and they're our employees. So it's just me and my wife. We don't have a ton of employees or anything like that. But we kind of flip it and say we need to have some respect for what the animal can do for us. So that'll be the next, well, maybe it won't be. All right. Further, keep going. All right, I'll get there in a second then. So while we were doing the improvements, it started making me think a little bit about lean and farming, and so I went out and I started doing some Google searches on lean and farming. And you know, if you go Google, you know, lean healthcare, whatever you want, you'll get like 1 million hits on resources that are out there. And what I discovered real quickly was, hey, there's really nothing out there for lean farming. You can't find, you know, even if you know a bunch of stuff, if you want to get something specific for farming, you can't find it. And so it got me to thinking, you know, how did we miss farming? How did the lean world miss farming? It's one of the most important parts of your life, what you stick in your mouth every day. How did we miss that? And to be honest, I really don't have the answer for that. But one of the things that we really want to work on is bringing lean farming to the farming or to the farmers across the world. The average age of a farmer is 63 years of age, and that's kind of a bad place to be as far as the country goes and farmers. And so one of the things that we're passionate about is for small farmers or kind of mid-sized farmers, if they're really going to be able to compete in today's world with kind of these factory farms, they're going to need to get lean. They're going to need to start seeing the 8 waste and start trying to work to improve. So that's one of the things that we want to work on. So here's the one other piece of, I guess, our model of farming, and it may seem kind of strange, but I still consider it part of lean farming, and that's respecting the animals and what they can do for you. Hello, I'm Thomas Reiner, the Lean Farmer. Welcome to another short clip of Farming Outside the Box. Today we're going to spend a few minutes and talk about the 8th waste, which is the unutilized resources that people have. And a lot of times in business they're talking about their employees and they're not fully tapping in and using their employees to the best of their potential. And on the farm, we're going to talk a little bit about that, except it has to do with the animals. So as you can see right behind me, when we bought this farm, it had been covered up by briars, and it had grown up in 7-8 feet tall, full of briars. And so one of the things that we wanted to do is we wanted to put the pig to work for us. And so when we got some pigs, we had a lot of farmers say, you know, you need to wring their nose, get all of that pigness taken out of the pig, if you will, so it can't root and dig around. But we decided not to do that, and instead we wanted to put the pig to work for us and get the pig to do some clearing for us and basically fully utilize that pig's natural pigness, if you will, to the advantage of the farm. So in just a minute I'll show you, after a few short months, what the pig was able to do for us, and we didn't have to pay any money for a bulldozer or spend any time clearing it, and the pig just enjoyed himself doing it. Welcome back. So just after a few short months of having the pigs turned loose, we've been able to go from having briars all over the place to now they've been able to come in and clean up this hillside for us. And as we walk along here, you'll be able to see that they've really done an excellent job of clearing the hillside and getting a lot of the rocks up and the briars up for us. They've done a great job of doing that. And what that's going to let us do is we can come in now, and any of the trees that we no longer want, we can get them cleared out real easy. And then we can turn around and replant this a lot easier, and something that'll be even better for the pigs next year when it grows up and when we can rotate the pigs through. So just another great example of how lean is applicable to the farm, and how we need to do a better job as farmers have taken advantage of our animals and not wasting the animal's resource, if you will, in the capability that the animal has. So I think that's all the slides I got. But we have a good time with it, and it's kind of an odd thing maybe for most folks to think about farms and lean, but I do think it can be very important and be helpful to other farmers. And Paul even hooked me up with somebody from Australia that was running a farm. David and I have still been talking, and so it's been fun to see it spread some. And we have some different, we've got the YouTube channel, and we've got a Facebook page called Lean Farming, and so hopefully it'll grow and spread some, and more folks can get excited about it and try implementing it on their farms. Thanks.
Thank you.